Hello there everyone, my name is Clink and welcome back to Donkey Kong Country 2. So today we are starting off here in Toxic Tower, a very notorious level in this game. If I cannot get hit by these guys, that would be great. But today we are going to beat the game. So there's probably going to be one or two more parts after this because of the Lost World and stuff. But we are going to be rolling credits and beating K Rool and stuff today. But the last two levels are both pretty difficult. And the final boss is no slouch either, really, so... Okay, let's see if I can jump up this just fine. So your hero coin, by the way, just down here. Go ahead and grab that. So, Toxic Tower. Part of the reason this level is so hard is really just because you're swapping animal buddies and the game really puts the pressure down on you with the rising sludge or whatever it is. But as long as you're... I just got trolled by a zinger. Are you serious? I'm probably not gonna be able to move fast enough now to escape the toxicity. No, I think we're fine. Okay. We're almost to the end of the rattly section. Once you get to this barrel right here, you will turn into squawks. And you will also receive the midpoint barrel, so we're a-okay. So the squawks, you do need to keep moving pretty quick. You've got a bit more leeway just because he's so fast vertically. But there's a lot of enemies in the way that you'll probably want to take out, as it will just be helpful for progressing through here. We'll go through that. And plus, there's just this section that's really, really annoying, and I somehow just breezed right through it. Jeez, okay. I don't know how I'm doing this, admittedly. And sorry if the buttons are a little clacky, but, please hit this zinger. Alright, I'm just gonna tank the hit, because I think this is the last set of zingers. Yep. So, once you get into the squitter section, you're pretty close to the end. Just use your web platforms, kill this guy, jump into here. And that's our bonus barrel. So each of these last two levels only have one bonus barrel each, which is kind of nice, as it means you can just focus more on getting through the levels at all. Okay, let's be very cautious here. Okay, let's not hit the bramble. Okay, cool. I feel like I'm running really low on time here. No, we're fine. Okay, cool. So that is going to get us our creme coin for the level. And it's also going to be the end of the level. Yeah, we are at the end of Toxic Tower. So it really isn't the longest stage. I also kind of forget how the squitter section goes because I'm so used to just going through the bonus barrel at this point, but here we go. Stronghold Showdown. Hello. Oh, hey, DK. Free crumb coin, free Donkey Kong. Wait. I love the eyes in this game that they do on the boss fights. It never gets old, honestly. But this is something I love. We go through this whole island. We have gone through K Rool's Castle Keep. We've gone through his terrifying forest, and now he just whips out an airship. Like, this thing is so cool. But first we gotta go through Screech's Sprint, which is the final bramble level of the game, and this is going to be very tough, mainly because of the why does this not work? What? I rolled just fine. Okay, so I'm gonna show the level just fine, maybe, unless I die. But essentially, we actually need both Kongs for the bonus barrel, and that's the only DK barrel in the level before the bonus room. So, can I climb under these guys? Let's go. There's also a banana coin up there, but I'll be right back, I guess. Okay, so back here, I'm just gonna drop down instead of trying to show the banana coin. So this is one of the hardest parts of the level right here. This is why getting the bonus room is so hard, is because there's two of these Sonic enemies. But if you take one of them out, getting past the second one isn't so bad, and we can just climb up to the top here. And I just want to jump over, And at this point, I want to be Dixie. So that cannonball up there is what we need. So just do a buddy throw and then grab the cannonball, get to the cannon, and there we go. We got to the bonus room. That's the hardest part of the level done. This is a hard level because of the Screech's sprint part, but just getting both Kongs to this bonus room is the hardest part to me, honestly. But yeah, just use Dixie's helicopter hair down to just twirl on down towards your hero coin. Or not hero coin, banana coin. I think this is the end of it. So as long as you're like kind of aligned with the bananas, you should be fine. Yep, there we go. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh my gosh. I don't know why, but it's so hard for me to do those jumps on Switch Online. Never had a problem doing them on original hardware, but here on Switch Online, it's a bit of a nightmare. All right, checkpoint barrel, squawks. So the thing here is this is a race. So original hardware actually told me that you can actually fly over Screech here and avoid him in the race, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to do the race normally. So what you're going to want to do is just keep flying. You can hold Y to move faster, and there's also a lot of barrels that will speed you on up. And I actually missed one. There was one to the left, but there's one in that corner there. And if you cannot get hit up to this point, you can kind of just iframe through this section because we need to run down here real quick to get the hero coin. And we're still in a race here. We have to beat Screech to the end, which is going to be a lot harder now that I'm at one hit and he's very far ahead of me. So we're going to fly on down here. We're definitely losing right now. If you are behind up here, you're probably just gonna lose. So I'll be back there in a second, I guess. Okay, now that we're back here, okay, that was a bad hit to take, but I'm pretty far ahead of Screech. But this is kind of the hard part of the level because you have to like weave up and down and go through some really, really tight sections here. And you also have to like bob and weave through all these zingers, and that's really hard. Oh boy. Okay. We're doing good. This is not the way to go. Okay. This part's kind of hard because this is also like a really tight section. But thankfully we're at the end. So there you go. Screech's sprint completed. And all we gotta do now, and I thought like my capture card was glitched in the bottom right for a second. All we have to do now is the final boss. So first things first, let's get Funky's Flights 2. Make sure you're talking to everyone. So we'll pay the 2 coins for Funky's Flights. And we've completed the Flying Krock, according to the game. And we can also save with Wrinkly real quick. So as you can see, we're at 82% with 74 creme coins. I guess it's 83. So let's do this. Let's fight K Rool. The K Rool duel. Here we go. Final fight. So this is admittedly a separate recording because I want to get a single segment kill. I don't know what's wrong with the visuals there. That's not my capture card. That's just the game. I guess it's just Switch Online sucking or something. But main mechanic here, throw the cannonballs while he's sucking in. And you'll have to do that 9 times. Other than that, we're just kind of dodging his attacks. So get ready for the long haul, because this fight lasts a while, and it's quite tough. Which is why I'm mostly going to be really quiet. After 3 hits, you'll be offered a DK barrel, which is really, really helpful if you end up needing that. Does disappear after you get the first hit of the phase off, though. All right, final phase. So in this one, he's going to be shooting different elements out of his gun. First up is freezing, then slowed controls, then reversed controls. So be very, very careful here. Having Dixie will really help. Then this last part, you just need to keep running away from him and avoiding the suction for a little bit. Once the cannonball spawns, just throw it at him. Make sure you jump over the last shot, because it does come at a delay. I nearly died there, but there we go. We beat King K. Rool. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that fight is brutal. Yeah, DK will come in and smack him away, and we will be knocking him down to the bottom of Crocodile Isle, all the way from his Flying Krock. And there we go. That is the main game of Donkey Kong Country 2. I knew you'd do it, Diddy, my boy, but how could you fail having learned all you know from old Cranky here? You've rescued that lazy grandson of mine and dumped K. Rool in his own filthy swamp. Not bad for a novice. Of course, if I'd been playing, I'd have made sure that K. Rool never tries a cheap trick like this again. What is that poster he has? He's also got Bradley. I can't tell what that poster is supposed to be. There's like a Bowser head in the background though, up next to the $2. Can't really tell. Oh yeah, and Cranky will actually rank you based on how many hero coins you've gotten up to this point in the game. So if you get less than 29, Link will be third place, I think. We're taking second place between Mario and Yoshi. As you can see, Mario has 39 and there's 40 in the game, so once we get all of them, we'll take that top spot after completing the Lost World, which will obviously start next time. And you can also see there's like a trash can. You can see like a laser gun, which I think is Earthworm Jim, and Sonic shoes. And it says no hopers. I don't know if that's a reference to anything, but you know, they don't even deserve to be on the totem pole, according to Rare, which will avoid the jabs at Sonic for now. It's kind of low-hanging fruit, I feel like, but yeah, that's the main game. We have beaten it. I expect there to be 2 more episodes to go through the Lost World. We have about 5 levels and another secret final boss that I'm gonna spoil here left. The levels are all some of the hardest in the game, which is why I'm probably gonna do 2 parts to the Lost World. And if you've gotten tired of me not knowing the enemy names, here they all are for you to enjoy and know for yourself if you want to. But I just can't seem to memorize them. Yeah, Mini Nucky, I know I was like talking about them in DKC 1 at some point. Yeah, there's definitely still more of this game to go, and just a lot of Donkey Kong Country in general. As for DKC 3, I still don't know how I'm going to cover that one. It's not going to be right after this game, though. I will say that for now, as I've just got some other stuff planned, and I'm hoping to make the next Donkey Kong game I play to be Donkey Kong Bonanza. As of right now, I still have a pre-order for Switch 2, and I'm hoping to get Donkey Kong Bonanza on release day and play it, but we'll see how that turns out. I'm not going to make any full promises, but that is what I would like to do. I am very excited about Donkey Kong Bonanza. I was gonna do Donkey Kong Country whether it came out or not, because I would have played 1 and 2 later this year, because this game's 30th anniversary is actually on December 4th or 5th. So I was originally planning to do the Let's Play then. But obviously we're doing it a little sooner, which I'm alright with. I absolutely love this game. Like I said, straight from the start, this is my favorite game on the Super Nintendo. I would say it barely beats out Super Metroid, which is a very, very close second. But I just have so much fun playing this game. The music's amazing. David Wise did a wonderful, wonderful job on the soundtrack in this game. And it really helps bring all the levels to life. And they're just so fun to play through. Even if this game is very, very difficult, I do think that is kind of what is so fun about it in a way, though. I really like a challenging game, especially when it comes to platformers. I love some hard platforming challenge levels. And it's just this game's everything great about platformers, just like the pure fun of running around and jumping on stuff, finding secrets. There's a really nice rhythm to this game once you keep playing it. And it's amazing just like how well you can breeze through this game once you do know it. Because at first playthrough, it kind of feels like an impenetrable wall sometimes. But and even then, I wouldn't say I'm breezing through it. Whoops, haven't touched the controller like the whole time this reel has been going on. But yeah, I really can't say enough good things about this game. I have a few problems with it, mainly the save system is the only like major issue I have with it. I guess the camera can feel a little scrunched sometimes. Like, I really wouldn't want them to remake the Donkey Kong Country games, because I feel like they then lose their visual identity if they do that. Like, these games look very visually striking and really good in my opinion. Not as good on like an emulator or even on Switch Online. Like the CRT filter on here gets it a little close, but it ain't perfect. But I don't know, I feel like something would be lost if these games got remade, but I would like to see like a 16:9 version of them just to give you a bit more viewability. I know the Game Boy Advance versions kind of do that, like they're a bit more zoomed out, but they just don't look nearly as nice as the Super Nintendo versions, really, because like I said, these games just look really pretty. And admittedly, Donkey Kong Country 3 looks even better, in my opinion, than this game. But, you know, that'll be a story for a different day when we do eventually play Donkey Kong Country 3, because I do plan to play all 5 Donkey Kong Country games. I really, really like all of them. And yeah, here's the main credits if you want to see Ya Scurvy Kong crew. All the wonderful people that worked on this amazing game. Like I said, we got a little bit of a ways to go. Pretty short game overall still. Longer than the first game, you know, we're already 2 parts more than the first game. All the parts have been longer than the first game. And we still have probably 2 more to go. So there's a lot more in this game than the first one, just because a lot of the levels are longer as well. Because there's not that many more stages, really, in this game than there is in the first one. They're just longer. They're more difficult, there's more secrets to find, they take more time to go through. You know how it is, as you've seen going through the game up to this point, especially when we have levels like Parachute Panic and Web Woods that are just like 6-7 minute levels on their own. I wouldn't really say we had many of those in DKC1, maybe like Platform Peril. I don't even remember how long that level was. And the Lost World stages are just, whew. Some of them aren't the longest thing, thinking about it, because we'll talk about it more next time, because we're going to spend all 75 of the Creme coins, you know, to play the Lost World levels. But they actually don't have any Creme coins of their own. We are done getting those at this point. The final one was dropped by K Rool himself. And they just have DK Hero coins. They're hidden somewhere within the level. So not as many secrets in the Lost World. They're just pure tough platforming challenges, so a lot of fun to be had there, so to say the least. At least I think we're pretty close to the end. Silicon graphics, the thing that really brought these games to life, was part of the reason I think they had Rare work on them, because they bought these Silicon graphics stations and they were so impressive at the time that Nintendo was like, hey, make these games for us, that'd be kind of cool. And they did. produced by Rare. Yeah, this is the end of the credits. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching this Let's Play at this point, and I will see you guys next time, where we'll be beginning the Lost World. Bye-bye.